well, greetings and welcome. This is week 2 of online exercise class. My name is Emily. I'm so glad you could join me. Just a couple reminders. Each class comes out at 8 a.m. every Monday, so you'll have a new class every week. Old classes will be up online on YouTube if you want to access those throughout the week as well. So as the weeks go by, you'll have more and more classes to choose from. All right, well, that's it for me. Let's get started. So let's start marching. All right, like I said, let's start marching. Woo. Swing those arms nice and big. Let's wake our bodies up. And let's bring those elbows backwards. And forward. Don't forget about those feet. Keep going. All right, drop the arms back down. Let's do a swish. Make your arms as big as you can. All right, arms out to the side. We're drawing figure eights. And let's do some backstroke. And of course, front stroke. And back to march. All right, let's spread those feet apart a little bit. Shift side to side. Pick a side. Start rolling that ankle. All right, put the heel down, and we're tapping that toe. Really feel the beat. Add that twist. All right, let's switch sides. Roll that ankle, nice and gentle. We don't want to crank anything or injure ourselves. Switch directions of that circle if you haven't already. All right, put that heel down, let's tap. Feel the beat. All right, twist. Back to march. Arms out to the side. We're doing backward circles, really small. Gradually make those arms bigger. Let's get a nice range of motion in our shoulders. Should feel good. And small circles forward. Slowly start making those circles bigger. Looking good. All right, give those arms a rest. Let's shake them out. Good, keep shaking. Good, back to march. All right, let's start a toe tap. So we're tapping with one toe and we're putting the opposite arm forward. Keep going. All right, heel tap. Start widening that heel tap. Let's add some arms. exercise. So there we go. All right, back to our regular arms out to the side. All right, back to march. All right, let's do opposite arm, opposite knee up. You can add a little bounce. All right, back to march. You guys are doing awesome. All right, count of 3. We're going to side step to the right. Here we go. Here's 3, 2, and 1. How'd you do? Really make those arms nice and big. All right, let's switch to a press. We're just pressing across our body. And let's add a little squat in the middle. All right, back to our normal press. And back to side step. All right, count of 3. We're going to do some arm circles starting to the right. Here we go. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Make sure you make them nice and big. You can make them small if that feels better in your shoulders. All right. 3 more and we change directions. Here's 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's do 3 more and go back to our regular side step. Here's 3, 2, and 1. How'd you do? All right, let's do one of my favorites, the reach and pull. Keep going. Let's add a little bounce. All right, let's do a little tap and go back to side step. Keep going. All right, let's go back to our reach and pull. Except we're gonna reach up from the ceiling. So we're reaching and pulling just like we're bending our knee. Woo, feel the burn. All right, back to side step. All right, let's do a fun one. Let's do some, I don't know what to call this, maybe a half jack. Not quite a jumping jack. All right, let's do opposite arm, opposite leg. Kind of takes some thinking. All right, let's do some Saturday Night Fevers. All right, let's double it up. I think the music just calls for it. Can you meet your elbow? Right? This one also takes some brain power. All right, 2 more, and then we're back to side step. All right, here we go. All right, let's try something funky. Starting off to the left. We're gonna do a turn and clap. Watch me first. All right, let's go back to side step. All right, count of 3. We're back to our march. Here we go. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Pick those knees up. We're really generating some heat here. All right, let's go into our skaters. Actually, I think these are skiers. All right, choose a side, and we're going in a circle. And you guessed it, we're going in the opposite direction. Keep going. Now back to march. How are you doing? Doing okay? Good. Well, count of 3, we'll go into our V step, starting with our right leg. Here we go. Here's 3, 2, and 1. So our feet step out into a wide V, and our hands follow. Good. Let's do 3 more and then switch directions. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Arms up. All right, 3 more and we're back to march. There's 3, 2, and 1. This microphone doesn't like to stay on my head. All right, count of 3. Both arms up. To the right. Here we go. Here's 3, 2, and 1. right, 3 more, back to march. Here's 3, 2, and 1. All right, you guessed it. Both arms up to the left in 3, 2, and 1. All right, 3 more. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Back to march. Count of 3. Side step to the left. Here we go. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Let's get low. And up high. Let's reach with a side step. And reach over. And double it up. Back to side step. Let's go back to our press. Press down low. Bend those knees. Stick that butt out. Come back up to the middle. And up high. Keep going. All right, back down to the middle. Let's go into our skaters. If you want, you can do a little tap instead if you like the stability. If you're feeling like you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can bring that knee back up behind you and extend the leg. Looking good. All right, back to side step. All right, let's do some jabs. Add a little squat. And let's do uppercut. All right, let's do our combos. Jab, jab, uppercut, uppercut, jab, jab, uppercut, uppercut. All right, one more. And back to side step. Go back to our reach and pull. That one's one of my favorites. All right, let's do a half jack. All right, back to side step. I almost went back to a march. All right, count of 3. We're gonna do shuffle step to the right. Here's 3, 2, and 1. If you want a little extra kick, let's add some hand, whatever these are called, hand tumblers. Let's add some arms. Keep going. All right, back to our regular arms. And grapevine. We can't end class without doing grapevine. All right, let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Back to march. All right, let's start slowing those legs down. Find a spot where your feet are about hip distance, a little bit further apart. Let's start shifting our weight, letting that heart rate fall down naturally. We don't want it to suddenly come down. You can do a little stepping too if your heart rate's still a little high. All right. Go ahead and plant those legs. We're gonna do 12 squats today. All right, here we go. Here's 1. So this is what squats should look like. You should sit back flat, butt sticking out, and come back up. There we go. So here's 2, 3, 4. You can step your feet wider if that feels better. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice job. We're going to move right into our calf raises. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1 more, and 12. Awesome. Step that right foot forward. We'll go into our swimmers. Three, 2, and 1. Excellent. Keep those feet where they're at. We're going to go into our pelvic tilts. 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and stagger those feet. Spread those feet apart a little bit further front to back. We're going to bend that front knee, squeeze the glutes, and you're going to feel a stretch right at the front of the hip. For extra stretch, take the same arm as the hip in back. Bring it up, and you can lean over to the side. Make sure you're balanced. All right. Switch sides. Put that left foot forward. Going to our dancers. You can call them ballerinas, I guess, but I'm not that graceful. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, keep those feet planted. Pelvic tilts. Two, and 1. Nice job. Spread those feet apart a little bit further. Bend that front knee. Squeeze the glutes. And we should feel a stretch right at the front of this hip. Go ahead and bring that same arm up. If this is enough stretch, go ahead and hold it. Otherwise, lean over. Make sure you have a hang of your balance. All right, go ahead and bring your feet back maybe further than hip distance apart. We're going to do some side lunges. Just feeling some stretch right in those inner thighs, not too much. We're just dynamically stretching them. All right, let's choose one side. Lean over. All right, over to the other side. All right, bring those feet back together. We're going to do 3 good mornings. Make them count. Last one. Woo! All right, nice job. If you want, go ahead and pause the video. Go ahead and grab some weights. And we're going to get started with our balance and weight portion of the class. So go ahead and pause if you want, take a drink, but we'll get right back to it. So today for our resistance portion of class, I have 8-pound weights and I have 5-pound weights. So if you are fortunate enough to have weights in your own home, maybe try to have a set of lighter dumbbells and a set of heavier dumbbells. If you're just using some everyday objects around the house, make sure it's something that you can lift comfortably and that the weights are the same for each side, because we don't want to be lifting different resistances and kind of strengthening one side of the body more than the other. So make sure your weights, whatever you're using for those, are the same. So maybe cans of soup, cans of pasta sauce, whatever you can find. I know we're kind of in a pandemic and sometimes resources are hard to come by, but that's okay because we can still be resourceful. So for now, we are going to actually remain standing and do our balance exercises. So let's start out by lubricating those hip joints. We're going to stand to one side of our chairs. So make sure you have a chair that's nice and sturdy that you can lean on if you like. Also, it can help to have a wall near you, whatever works for you. If you are trying to challenge yourself and do these exercises without any kind of support, great. Just make sure we're safe. All right, so we're going to stand our inside leg. We're going to put weight on that. And our leg is going to come out and back. We're just swinging. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Stay on the same side. We're going to swing back and forth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do the same 2 on the other side. So remember, we're standing with our weight on the inside leg. Outside leg comes in front and behind. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Swing back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome job. Stay on the same side. We're going to actually switch our weight to the other foot. We're going to take our inside leg and kind of bring it out behind us. Make sure you have a nice firm hand on the back of the chair. We're going to do some hip hinges. So we're going to lean over, and the axis of rotation is that hip joint. So everything else should remain straight. Our hips are flat to the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Let's do it on the other side. So outside leg stays on the floor. Inside leg comes up behind us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Okay, so for this next exercise, we're going to take one of our smaller weights. So for me, I've found 5-pound weight. And if this is too challenging, so I'll show the most challenging version. And then for something less challenging, you're just going to put the weight down and hold on to the chair. So I'll demonstrate with the weight, and then I'll demonstrate with the chair. So what we're going to do is we're going to raise our weight above our head, and I understand that overhead motion can be very, very challenging. So you can also hold the weight right here. So we're going to have the weight above our head. We're just going to shift our weight from foot to foot. And I know I'm not making this look super easy, and it's not. So that's all we're going to do. So an alternative, of course, like I said, you can have your weight here. It's a little bit less demanding when our lever is shorter. We can also keep our hand here and shift our weight like this. Or you can stand behind. It's a little bit harder though. I have short arms, so my knee hits the chair. So plenty of options here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this, and we'll do 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. I think that was 9, and here's 10. Excellent. All right, for our last one, we're going to take our outside leg and stand on it. The inside leg, we're just going to have kind of beveled behind us, so we're just going to have the toe down. And so what it's going to look like is we're going to really have all our weight on that front leg, and especially in that front hip, and we're going to come down into a single leg squat. This leg behind us is just there for stability. Think of it as kind of a kickstand. We're going to stand back up. If your movement's small and it just like that, great, but really focus on driving through that hip. All right? So here we go. 1, back straight, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Let's switch to the other side. So again, outside leg is in front. Inside leg is, the toes are down behind us. Front leg is taking most of our weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can also do it without hands. 7, 8, 9. And for the last one, I'll just show this the profile again. We're coming down into a squat and back up. So it should kind of look like what your squat looks like from the side, except we have the back leg as a kickstand. So we're really emphasizing that single leg strength. All right, last exercise. And for those of you who have had me in class last semester, the semester before, you know I love these. So we're gonna cross our arms in front of our chest. We're gonna stand directly in front of that chair. We're gonna have our legs about hip distance or a little bit further apart. We're gonna stick our booties out and sit down and come back up. So it should look like your squat, except we're gonna sit and come back up. This helps with falls and helps with fall prevention. So if you can sit down into a chair without assistance, you can decrease the risk of falling. I lost count, so let's do 4 more. All right, we have 3. 2. And 1. Nice job. Bonus 1. Let's sit down. Okay. Let's do some resistance training. So go ahead and grab your larger weights if you have 2 different types. We're going to do a hammer curl. So arms down by the side, feet flat on the floor. Make sure you have those flat for stability. And we're up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's turn to one side. We're gonna take our weight in our, let's see, if you're mirroring me, your left hand, we're gonna do some tricep extensions. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And if your arms aren't already burning enough, let's stay on that same side and do our rows. 1, 2, just like you were starting the lawnmower or a chainsaw. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you know the drill. We switch to the other side, starting with our tricep extensions. Here we go. 1, 2, make sure you're not cranking that shoulder. We're just straightening the arm. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. almost forgot. Let's do our rows on this side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so I know not all of us have perfect overhead range of motion. So if your range of motion is lacking, if you've had recent shoulder surgery, or if your arms just don't bend that way, let's sit this next one out, okay? So for the rest of you who are feeling a little adventurous, we're gonna bring our weights right up here in front of our face. We're gonna turn them around so our palms are facing forward and press up. Bring it back down and rotate your palms closed, backs of the hands facing forward. Again, 2, 3. If this starts hurting, go ahead and take a pause. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Nicely done. Okay, go ahead and take your larger weights and place them gently back on the floor. We're going to pick up our smaller weights and rest them on our thighs. Let your arms rest just a moment. We're going to do a few more exercises. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to place the ends of our dumbbells right next to each other and pull up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Nicely done. That one's hard. All right, our next one, we're going to do front raise, lateral raise. So we're only going to do 5 of these. So whatever your smaller weight is, front raise, lateral raise. 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Woo, okay, 5 pounds was a little heavy for that one. All right, last one, we're gonna do a slightly bent over dumbbell fly. So we're gonna lean forward from our hips. So we're leaning forward, we're not rolling forward, we're leaning forward. So the difference here is that hunching our back, all the flexion comes from our spine. If we lean forward from our hips, our spine is nice and straight in the back, and we're just leaning over and protecting our back. All right, so from the front, we're gonna lean over, bring our arms down, slightly bent. 1, 2, 3, you should feel this in between your shoulder blades. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Nice job. All right, gently put those down on the floor. And we're gonna move into our stretches. Here we go. Left leg comes out in front of us. We're sitting up nice and tall. Knee is slightly bent. We lean forward just like we did in that last exercise. So leaning forward from the hips. You can walk your hand down. You should feel a stretch right at the back of that thigh. All right, let's switch legs. So toe up towards the ceiling. I know you can't really see my toes in this frame. Knee is slightly bent. We bend from the waist, from the hips, and walk our hand down our leg as much as we can without compromising our back or causing ourselves too much pain. Next Next, we're going to take our leg and cross it over the other leg. Let's start doing some ankle circles. And switch directions. You should feel the stretch right at the outside of that hip. All right, set that foot back down. Come to the other side. I always notice one side feels a little bit tighter than the other. I know that's just kind of the way it is sometimes, but it's nice to notice these things and pay attention and maybe stretch a little bit more if you notice one side super tight compared with the other. All right, set that foot back down. We're going to do a stretch we did last week. So you're going to take your left hand. You're going to place it on the inside of that left knee. The hand puts some resistance into the knee, and the knee puts resistance back. So we're creating active tension. We're going to take our right hand, and as we inhale, we rotate backwards with nice posture. We're sitting up nice and straight. And exhale. We're going to do 5 of those on your own breath. So here we go. One more. All right, let's switch hands. One more. Nice job. All right, arms out nice and wide. Let's bring one arm down and the other arm up. Look up towards the ceiling for a deeper stretch. All right. Other arm. All right. Arms out wide. Cross one arm over the other. Wrist circles. Switch sides. Shake those arms out. We're going to pat ourselves in the back. Grab the elbow and stretch the triceps. And switch sides. All right. Bring your right hand, place the back of your hand on your lower back. Other hand comes up. We tilt our head to the side. Just let this hand gently encourage your neck to come down and stretch. Go ahead and rotate your nose towards that armpit. You should feel a stretch right at the side and the back of the neck. And switch sides. Tilt the head down to the side, facing forward. And slowly rotate the nose down towards the armpit. All right, let's stand up and do 3 nice deep big breaths, and then you're free to go. Last one. Oh, all right. Nice job today. I'm so glad you could join me. And the best part is you can always come back and watch this as many times as you want. So I hope you enjoyed class today. Hope you enjoyed moving your body, and I'll see you next week.